So the majority of holistic practitioners out there don't have a documented content marketing strategy. I know this because I was one of them for many years. When I first started out, not a clue. I was just throwing stuff out willy-nilly, just whatever my modality could heal, that would be the flavor of the week or the month, because I wasn't even consistent. So, when business coaches talk about, oh, they were doing everything they could and throwing spaghetti on the wall and hoping something would stick. That was me. I did that. And it was terrible. So, but now I have a documented content marketing strategy that works like a hot damn. And I had to step in and do that because when the economy took a hit many years ago here locally in Calgary, Alberta, I was running a 3,000 square foot health and wellness center along with my private practice. And what happened was when we took that dip, because I didn't have a content marketing strategy, so did the revenue dramatically. So I was scrambling to pay that $30,000 a month bill, and it was coming out of my personal savings. And it was just an ugly, ugly thing that was going on. So I am here to share with you my 5 simple steps to getting started on content marketing. So let's dive in and get you started. Step number 1, who, what, and where. Before we can dive into creating our content, we have to answer 3 questions for ourselves so that we make sure that it is lucrative content that we are building. So the first question is, who is our content for? It is not for everyone. It is for your ideal client that you love, love, love working with, okay? The second one is, what problem, frustration, or challenge do we solve for them? What is the transformation that we provide when they work with us? And number 3 is, where are we putting this content? We, again, as I mentioned in other videos, we are not on every single social media platform. We want to pick 2, 3 max, because we want to master them. And depending on what platform we are on and where we are showcasing our content will determine what it is that we are creating. So for example, if we are on Facebook, we can do reels, we can do posts, we can do articles, we can do live streaming. If we're doing podcasts, obviously, we are doing audio. If we are doing YouTube, we have videos and shorts. If we're on Instagram, it's different. If we're on LinkedIn, it's different. If we're on TikTok, it's different. All of that. So it's very important that we understand where our content is going. Step number 2 is, where does our content place that client in our sales funnel? This is very important to understand because all content needs to be viewed through a marketing lens. Again, we are not producing content for the sake of producing content. So does that mean that they are going to be signing up for a newsletter? Are they subscribing to that platform? Are they following you? Are they liking you? Are they commenting? Are they signing up for a challenge, a webinar, a discovery call? Are they going to some small retreat or workshop? Is it some sort of specialty information session that's going to be live or on Zoom? Very important before you create your content that you know where you want to place that client. Step number 3 is, how often do we want to produce these deliverables? Now, please be honest with yourself and what you will truly commit to. I have had so many clients over the years tell me, no, Tracy, for sure, I'm going to post every single day. And they do that for 2 weeks, and then they fall off the wagon. And because they feel guilty that they're not posting every single day, they stop posting altogether. So if you know without a shadow of a doubt, if something gets thrown at you in life or in business that you can absolutely meet that timeline or that schedule that you set out for yourself, then do it. But if not, it's better to build small and then scan up or scale up from there. So is it once a week? Is it twice a week? Is it 3 times a week, right? Don't start out at 5 to 7 days a week if you have never done this before, right? Baby steps. Then as you expand and grow your income, you can hire a team to do it for you. Then you can increase the amount of times that you're posting or delivering your content. So sit down, figure out what it is. You do not need to be on it every single day to make high 6 figures. We were not. Write it down. what's going to work for you. Step number 4 is what systems do we need to put into place to make this happen? Now, this can be a scheduler. A lot of the platforms have a scheduler built right in. We need to block time into our calendar to sit down and think about what it is that we're going to be posting, what our themes are, what that call to action is that we talked about here earlier. And then we also need to block different time, different day, please, on when you're going to create and edit that content. And then you need to block some time on a third day, different day again, on when you're going to upload it or schedule it so that it can go out to your potential clients. The reason why we want to break this up into 3 different days is because it allows us to sit into that groove. We do our best work when we batch, and it's very difficult to go from extremely creative into doing, into implementing. So I have found over the years with working with hundreds upon hundreds of therapists, building that into 3 different days works the best. So that is also a system that you need to put into place. That is going to be your next step. Step number 5 is the most important step that a lot of people skip, and that is your review and tweak. Now, the reason why this is so important is because if you can see which content is doing exceptionally well, then what you can do is take that piece of content, pull one little piece out of it or a couple of different pieces, and make more clarifying content around it, or a deeper dive on an aspect of that content, so that people are receiving exactly what it is that they're looking for from you, which again builds the know, like, and trust factor. So KPIs, key performance indicators, for those of you that don't know what that is, are things that tell you if it's doing well or if you need to tweak it or shelve it. So if it's getting 0 traction, that's a dump. If it's getting a little bit of traction, could be doing better, that's a tweak. If it's getting exceptional traction, that's a let's keep doing this flavor. It's working and it's hot right now. So KPIs can be things like, if it's a blog post, for example, it can be how many people have read it? Did they click on any of the links? Did they go to another page? If it is a TikTok, video, how many people commented? Was it shared? Was it liked? Same with YouTube videos, same with Facebook Lives, right? Posts, all of that. Everything has a different set of things that make it important. Likes and comments aren't as important as new subscribers and sales. So it doesn't matter if you're getting 5,000 likes if nobody's subscribing and nobody is buying. So I just want to make that differentiation very clear for you so that as you're doing this, you're not doing what's called ghost metrics. In other words, metrics that really don't matter because they're not bringing you the people or the income, right? Then that means that's time lost that you'll never get back. And then you still have to do extra time to make the income. So very clear, this is marketing content, okay? So that is number 5. So now that you have that down pat, if you're ready to keep going, in the next video that you'll see here on my screen, we have 3 questions to ask to ensure that you are on the correct platform where your clients are hanging out. I'll see you there.